Hi boys and girls, welcome to today's lesson. Today we're going to be learning how to write an effective summary. And when we are done, you are going to practice writing a summary on the story that we've just read. So a summary is a significant reduction of the original story or text. That means it is much smaller than the original story. To write an effective summary, you should follow these guidelines. First, you should include the title of the work. And if you have the author's name, which you usually do, you should include that as well. Next, you should determine the main idea or the big idea of the piece that you've just read. Once you've done that, you want to write one sentence that captures that main idea or big idea. Then after that, you just want to be concise. The whole summary should not be as long as the text. You just want to give the gist of the story. And another thing to help you be effective in writing a summary is using quotes. So if you use the words of the author, that's okay. You just need to make sure that you put quotes around the words that you borrowed from the story or text. So when you're writing a summary, you want to avoid these common problems. And the first one is to avoid plagiarizing. That is where you would be copying words directly from the story or text and not using quotes. So you have to give credit where credit is due. They are not your words. Those words or phrases in the story really belong to that author. So when you're writing your summary, try not to look at the story while you're composing that summary. Next, you want to use what you remember from the reading. And if you can't remember much, you might want to go back and reread it or skim through to get some ideas. Next, you want to make sure you write the summary in your own words. And finally, you want to make sure you don't express any opinions. A summary is not for you to tell people how you feel or if you agree or disagree. A summary is just a recap of what you read. So after you've written your summary, you can go back and revisit the story or text to confirm the facts or the things that you've pulled out of the story. So I want you to show me what you can do. You need to get your My Perspectives book and you need to turn to page 8. Now let's take a look at this. On page 8, you're going to write a summary of Wagon Train at Dusk. And at the top of the page, it says, write a summary of Wagon Train at Dusk. A summary is a concise, complete, and accurate overview of the text, and it should not include a statement of your opinion or analysis. So that's what you're going to be writing in this box here on page 8 in your My Perspectives book. If you look at the bottom of page 8, this launch activity, there's a big X over this part of the page, and that's because you don't need to do that part of the page. So again, go back and revisit the video if you need to help you get some clues for writing your summary. But what it boils down to is you just want to write the gist of the story, just the main idea, and then a couple details to support that idea. You can do this. You've got this. Good luck.